Alrighty, so we're gonna start up with our normal warm-up, which is our nice big breathing washing machine. So we're gonna face forward and breathe in, and then turn and breathe out. Forward, breathe in, and then turn and breathe out. Forward, turn. Forward, turn. And try to make your breath as deep as you can. Turn. Forward, turn. Alrighty. We're gonna do our nice little neck rolls to wake up our whole neck and shoulder area. You're gonna look all the way down at your chest and then try to look all the way up at the sky. Just go in a nice big circle with your head. Remember to take deep breaths while you're doing it. And you can go to the other direction as well. Perfect. Alrighty, we're gonna do a couple of cat-cow. So we're gonna get on our hands and knees, and we're gonna start, and we're gonna put our stomachs all the way down and try to stick them towards the floor. And our heads are gonna stretch towards the ceiling, and our butts are gonna stretch to the ceiling like this. And you can wiggle your tail a little bit. And do some deep breaths, and if you want to make any cat-cow sounds, you are welcome to. And then we're gonna switch, and we want the middle of our back to try to touch the ceiling. We're gonna try to get our foreheads to almost touch the floor. And remember to do a couple of deep breaths while you're here. Alrighty, we're gonna do another cat. Stomach towards the ground, butt and head to the ceiling. And you can wiggle a little bit if you want to. And switch back. Your back should be stretching towards the ceiling. Your head should be stretching towards the floor. 2 deep breaths. And then you can come and sit back down. All right, next we're actually gonna stand up and we're gonna do our arm circles. So remember, you wanna make sure you have space around you so you can do a little twirl, make sure you're not gonna hit anything. And then we're just gonna do the biggest arm circles we can. You can do them nice and slow and then speed them up a little bit if you want to. And then you can switch directions. Nice. And we're gonna do our shoulder stretches. So we're gonna start and just hug each other nice and tight. And then we can take one arm and stick it out and hug it really close to our chest. And we'll hold it for a couple of seconds. And let's switch our arms. So we'll take our other arm, put it straight out, and hug it to our chest. Great. Now we're going to take one hand, reach up, touch the back of our other shoulder, and then touch our elbow. And we can lean a little bit with it. Alrighty, and then we're going to take our other hand, touch the back of our other shoulder, and put our hand on our elbow and lean a little bit with it. Great job, everybody. Alrighty. So today we're actually going to start with a balance pose. And this is one that kind of works your core a little bit while you're doing it. So we're going to do this one all together. It's called the airplane pose. So if you need something to hold on to while you're doing it and you have like a chair nearby, you want to put a couple fingers on, that's okay. Or if you want to try it without anything, which I recommend, we can do it like that. So we're going to start standing up, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick up one leg and we're going to slowly lift it behind us. And while we're doing that, we're just going to keep leaning forward and try to put our arms out like an airplane, and then try to get all the way flat like this. And if you find yourself teetering and tottering, you can just stand right back up and try again, or you can touch something near you to hold your balance. If you're having trouble with your balance, try to look at just one object right there. And we're going to try to hold this for 10 seconds if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, and then we can stand back up, and then we're going to switch directions. So now we're going to take our other leg and we're going to pick it up, and we're going to just bend over like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great work, everybody. Yeah, and so that's when you can do, if you need something to hold on to, you can hold on to something while you're doing it too, but definitely try to do it without holding on to anything. All right, next we're gonna do some lunges together, okay? So with the lunges, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start standing up straight, and you're gonna take a big step forward, and then you're just gonna bend your front leg a little bit. Here, I'm gonna change so you can see. Huge step forward, and then you're just gonna bend your legs a little bit. And you can kind of bounce a little bit, and you stand back up and go back to standing. And then you can switch your legs. Big step forward, and then bend the legs, bounce a little bit. As you feel yourself getting tired, you can stand back up like this. So let's try to do 5 on each side. So big step forward, bend a little bit, you can bounce, and then stand back up. And if this is feeling really easy, you can try bending your legs even a little bit more, getting a little bit closer to the ground while you're bouncing. All right. Big step forward. Great work. One big with the other leg. Alrighty, and now last one on each side. Ready? So big step with your right foot, and bend and bounce a little bit. And then last one, big step with your left foot. And then you bend and you can bounce a little bit. Alrighty. Great job, everybody. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something called a Superman. So these are really fun. So we're gonna start just lying down on our stomachs on the ground, like this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from here, and we're gonna almost pick up our legs as high as we can, and we're also gonna pick up our hands, and you can put your hands forward out like you're Superman and you're flying, or you can pull them back like this, like you're Superman and you're flying like this. Up to you. If you do it like this, you get a little bit more of a back stretch going. And you're gonna pick up your hands and your feet like this and hold it for as long as you can. And when you get tired, you can go back onto your stomach like this and just take a short break. And then we'll pick it up and try to pick our feet and our hands up back again. So you're just kind of flying like Superman. Great work. We're going to try to hold this for a couple more seconds, and we can take a quick break. All right, and we can go back on our stomachs. All righty, and then let's do one more. And if this is feeling easy, you can try to lift your feet up even higher and your hands up even higher. Great job, and now we can just relax on the ground. Whew. That one's always a fun one. And that's when you can kind of do anywhere. If you're in bed and you're bored, you can always try doing some Superman flying. All righty. And now, so the last exercise we're going to do today is we're going to do some Russian twists. So the way these work is we're just going to sit down on our bottoms like this. And we're going to start by just putting our feet out straight forward like this, and we can have them bent in a triangle. And then all we're going to do is we just lean back a little bit, and then we can just twist our body like this and kind of try to touch the ground on either side of our body. And the longer you do this, the more you're going to feel it in your stomach and your ab area. And if this is feeling too easy, you can try picking up your feet. That'll definitely make it harder, but you by no means need to. Keeping your feet on the ground is just fine. And if you're getting tired, you just can sit right back forward. Also, the further you lean back, the more tricky it is. So if sitting up like this is too easy, but you can't quite pick up your feet, you can always try leaning back a little bit further too. Alrighty, we're gonna do 5 more seconds of this, and we can take a short break. All right, we can put our feet back down if they were up and straighten back up and do a couple of breathers. Alrighty, we're gonna do that one more time, all right? So just do the same thing that you were doing before, where you're just gonna lean back, pick up your feet if you can, and then just switch and touch the floor on both sides. And if you're trying to practice this one at home, and you want to make it even trickier, and all the modifications I already said aren't making it hard enough, if you have something to hold that's a little bit heavy that you want to do while you're doing this, that will also make it trickier. All righty. Great work. Okay. We can do about 10-15 seconds of just quick breather. If anyone needs water, you can grab water, and then we'll do our cool down stretches. All righty. All right. So we know our cool down stretches start on top of our feet, and we're just going to bend over and relax. And we make a little U with our hands, and we just twist and shake it out a little bit. We can stand up and walk our feet out a little bit wider, and then go back down, and we can just twist and kind of hang out there. All righty, one more time, even wider, and then and just hang out and twist a little bit. Let your arms kind of swing. All righty. Now you want to stand up and then try to touch the ground if you can. If you can't quite reach the ground, that's all good. You can try bending your knees a little bit, or you can just touch the air above the ground. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. And now we can sit down. All right, next up are our knee hugs. So we're gonna take one knee and we can hug it close to our chest, and our other leg can be out in front or it can be wrapped around us, whatever works. So we're just gonna hug it for 15 seconds. Great work. And now I'm gonna switch which leg we're hugging. And it's totally okay if you can't get your knee all the way to your chest. Just do your best. 5 more seconds. Great job. And for anyone who wants a little extra stretch from like that and in your back, you can lie down and just take your knee and put it all the way on the other side of your body and just relax like this again. And you're gonna wanna look away from your knee. You're gonna try to look in the opposite direction from your knee. And then we'll switch. So you'll take your other leg, and you can put it over on the ground on the other side, and then you're gonna look the opposite direction. Perfect. Great job. All right, now we're gonna do our child pose to cobra stretches. So we're gonna start out with the ball, and you can walk your hands out for a little extra stretch if you want to. But for this one, you just want to totally relax your neck, your back, everything. And in about 5 seconds, we're gonna switch to our cobra. 3, 2, 1. All right, so then now we're just going to lie down on our stomachs and we're gonna push up into cobra. So either we can be on our forearms with our elbows on the ground, or if you want a little extra stretch, you can always go all the way up to your hands. And in 3 seconds, we'll go back to child's pose. 3, 2, 1. Great. Now we can sit back on our knees again and just relax like this. And everything should just be kind of very loose and hanging out on the ground. And remember to do some deep breaths while you're in this position. And this is always a good one to calm down, even if you're not in the middle of a workout or stretching. All righty. We're gonna do Cobra one more time. So we're gonna lie on our stomachs right now, and then you can push up either up to your elbows or all the way up to your hands. And if you want to, you can also do a little wiggle like a snake and go. And remember to take a couple of deep breaths while you're here too. Never forget to breathe. Alrighty, and 5 more seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna go into child's pose one last time. And just relax like this right here. And you can walk out your hands to try to get a better stretch if you want to. And for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we can just sit up now. Alrighty. And now we're on our very last pose, which is our baby pose. So we can just lie down on our backs and we stick our feet in the air and we just can grab our heels or our toes and we can just hang out like this. And we can either keep our knees close to our chest and then we'll like kick our feet a little bit more if we want, and that'll stretch more this part of our leg. Or we can let our knees go to the sides and then we won't kick quite as much, and that will stretch the insides of our legs. So do whatever you want for 30 seconds. Alrighty, and we can sit on up. And anything that still feels a little tight, we can shake out or try to stretch on our own. And if anyone has anything that feels tight and they want to let me know, we can do a stretch for that. Alrighty, and I think we're all set then. You can do a couple of neck rolls just to loosen up.
Thank you.